Hey guys, CryptoDad here. Welcome everybody. Thanks for joining me. Had a little hiccup when I tried to start the stream a few minutes ago. Had reconfigured a bunch of stuff and forgot one little thing, of course, bitrate. But hopefully I got that straightened out. And welcome again. I've got here with the rig, got the lights going good. Got the Bitcoin logo going on. I got my Ballet wallet over here with some Bitcoin in it. Got my Stream Deck. Hopefully that stuff's going to work for me tonight. It's been kind of a down week. What a difference a week makes, hey? Last week's live stream was Bitcoin hits May high, 29,500. Traders predict breakout. And this week we're in was that Bearadise. Anyway, welcome everybody for being here. Let's go over here. I want to thank everybody that joined me tonight. The regulars, of course, who were in the chat before I had to pull the plug and now are back in. All right, let's see. Let's go back. Let's go over here. So we're going to talk about the news. If you've never been in my live stream, there is some stuff down in the description that I would like to draw your attention to. So we've got an itinerary of things we're going to do tonight. I've got some ways to connect with me listed here. Disclaimer. Don't forget to like and share if you haven't done so yet. I've got some cool alerts ready for you guys. And then I've got the news stories covered, linked down here for those of you who are wanting to read the whole story, because I may not cover the story in as much depth as you might be wanting. So I've always included news links so that you can at least verify what I'm talking about instead of trying to squint and see what website is he on. Anyway, that always bothers me when I'm watching other people do YouTube stuff and talk about the news. So anyway, we got that going. Once again, I want to thank everybody here. It looks like we've got a Wayne C., Kenneth Wiedner, who jumped over. Appreciate it. Barbara K., good to have you here. Amsterdam, Holland, Kenneth Wiedner again, saying hello to Barbara. Stephen Williams, Marco S., good to have you back. PG, thank you. Amsterdam, Holland is here, throwing up a bunch of token call letters, I guess you call them. I forget what you call those things, man. I'm getting old. Alina is here. Thank you for being here. Amsterdam, Holland, of course. Always nice to have you here. It's got the popcorn ready. When my son and I make popcorn, he really likes to put the little flavoring salts on there. We've got a whole smorgasbord of popcorn flavoring salts. You know, we've got the butter, we've got the ranch, we've got the bacon and cheddar, just a bunch of different ones, you know. And like after we pop the popcorn, we pour it into the popcorn bin, just like Amsterdam, Holland is. We got one of those plastic ones after the Orville Redenbacher pops, and then we shake on the different combos of salt flavors. Yeah, he's a popcorn aficionado. It's good to be Bear, right? Yeah, so 26K Bearadise. Actually, at the moment, we're not quite there. Well, it looks like we're a little shy of 27 at the moment, but we had breached 27K earlier today. Let me see if I can share my phone with you guys. I might want to do it later. So let's see. Oh, I might need to launch this thing, which is my X Mirage. Charles, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. Let's see if we can get this. There it is. There, I can do this. There we go. All right. That's cool. I'm broadcasting in 4K. It's just an experiment. I want to see how it's going to go. I'm not sure that what I do really requires 4K, but for those of you who have nice monitors and computers and you watch 4K on YouTube, like it'll automatically just kind of flip up to 4K if you've been watching 4K videos before. I've seen that to be the case for me, and my assumption is if I broadcast in 4K and you're watching in HD, it's going to look a little better than it did before. So we'll see. And if you're watching on a phone, it's not really going to make a huge difference for you. But I bought my new camera that I talked about last week, and I'm using it here, the webcam. That is the Facecam Pro, which does 4K, 60 FPS. So I wanted to see what happened when I put it through its paces. Let's see, we got this full screen here. How's that going to look? Yeah, I figured that's going to look weird. Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah. There's so much trash in the background. I'm not sure if I'll use that one. I'll use this one, though. Yeah, I'm in shorts now. I'm not in my underwear. I officially made the summer transition here in Michigan. I'm no longer wearing my slippers. I'm wearing my flip-flops, and I'm wearing shorts instead of pajama bottoms. So the warm weather is officially here, and thank goodness. Yeah, it's been a long winter here in Michigan. We had snow in March, April, and a little bit in May. We had a little snow in May. Anyway, thanks for everyone for being here. Let's see what we got here. Let's go back to this one, right? This is the one where we'll kind of stick most of the live stream where we'll talk. Let's do our news. Oh, I did want to quickly show you over on crypto.com. What are we looking at? 2763. So crypto.com, we used to think it was a front run, but now we're not so sure what it is. If it's behind, below, or just a different reading than what we get in the US, right? Because according to Cointelegraph, we're at 26,868. 26,868. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Thanks again, Charles. I really appreciate it. And like I said, there is going to be a little bit of a latency. I think it's going to be like 10 seconds with 4K. So I will keep my eye on the chat window and try to get to your questions, and we'll see how that goes. If you'll notice, if you were here last week, I took away the little frame that was around me. I kind of felt like that was a little distracting. Right, I just kind of, I still have the little thing down here, which you can see. I guess you can see. I can see it. Where is it? Over there, right? Over there, down the corner. Yeah. Talking about the latest donation of Charles, which is on there, and my latest subscriber, which was Brandon, who subscribed, I don't know, a couple days ago. That doesn't seem right. Oh, well, sometimes I have to like sign out and sign back into my YouTube channel. Anyway, enough housekeeping, right? Bitcoin enters 26K Bearadise as BTC price approaches 2-month lows. BTC price action is now retesting its key 200-week moving average after holding it as support since March. Near 2-month lows, head and shoulders pattern would put bears ahead. Data from Cointelegraph Market Pro and TradingView showed the BTC USDC trading pair at 26.1. Yeah, I mean, it really got, pardon me, really got a little scary yesterday. So I'm glad we've pushed a little up from there. But you never know when, the crypto market is in a downtrend. There's always going to be, some push ups on the way down. So let's hope that this is kind of a reversal or that we've hit a bottom. I guess when they talk about that 200-week moving average, hopefully we're going to bounce off that and see what happens. Oh, yeah. So Amsterdam, Holland's watching on a big TV. That looks cool. And yeah, despite encouraging macroeconomic conditions for risk assets, Bitcoin failed to capitalize on the potential for gains as as bid liquidity headed lower. Welcome to Bearadise, on-chain monitoring resource material indicators summarized. Yeah, so a bunch of chart stuff, right? You can check this article out in more detail. But there is some big crypto news today. And that is Binance has announced that they're exiting from Canada, citing regulatory tensions. The world's largest crypto exchange by volume said new guidance related to stablecoins and investor limits prompted the exit. We had high hopes for the rest of the Canadian blockchain industry, the company said in a Friday tweet. Unfortunately, new guidance related to stablecoins and investor limits provided to crypto exchanges makes the Canada market no longer tenable for Binance at this time. In February, the Canadian Securities Administrators, CSA, revealed new guidance that prohibited crypto asset trading platforms within the country from allowing customers to buy or deposit stablecoins without the CSA's prior approval. Obtaining approval would require the crypto trading platform to pass the CSA's various due diligence checks. In a Friday tweet, Binance added that it did not agree with the new regulations, but still hopes to work with Canadian regulators to further develop a regulatory framework around cryptocurrencies. Over the past year, Binance has received increased scrutiny. Binance co-founder CZ is a Canadian citizen, with the company describing its exit from the country as holding sentimental value. The U.S. and I guess the other Western Five Eyes companies or countries are really trying to impose unreasonable regulations on crypto. I mean, this has been going on for years, and you really can't treat crypto like stocks and bonds. It's a completely different animal. It's an emergent technology, and trying to use those same regulations is just doesn't make sense for crypto, especially the way crypto works with self-custody and wallets. They're basically wanting to know, where's the money coming from or where's it going, which means that everybody's going to need to register their crypto wallets. And if you're somebody like me, who does a lot of demos and has been using crypto for a long time, I got a lot of wallets, and, to have to register each one would be a hassle, and it's just like, okay, every time I create a brand new wallet, I gotta register it with the government so they know where the money's going and where it's coming from, and it's just too much. And I'm sure the government really doesn't need to do all this stuff. They're just trying to make it hard on the industry by imposing all of this stuff. It's like trying to, put a suit on, what do they call it? I don't know. It's just they're trying to, put regulations that really don't fit or make sense for the crypto industry. And so I think my opinion is I think it's better for Binance or any other exchange to just go, you know what? That's it. We're just not going to work. We're just not going to provide services in your country anymore. If that's the way you're going to try to push us into those molds, then we'll just take our business elsewhere. So I don't know. I really, it comes to a point where how much, bending can Binance do at this point, right? So we'll see. But it's kind of, it's big news. Binance is the largest crypto exchange, and Canada is a pretty big country, right? So anyway, that's sad. Well, Binance doesn't operate in the United States, hasn't for a couple of years now, several years now. So Canada was the next domino to fall. So we'll see. Speaking of cryptocurrency exchanges, and by the way, thanks for being here, Dan. Had a great time with Dan and Randy and Daryl and who else was there? Bernie on Wednesday, we had our crypto investor meeting, and we all got together around the table and talked crypto and investing. So it's always good to get together with the guys. Gals come too. Deb usually comes, but she wasn't there this month. So hope to see her again next month. Coinbase said it screwed up Pepe coverage in its newsletter. I don't know if you heard this. It's pretty funny. The crypto exchange set off a kerfuffle by describing the Pepe the Frog meme as having been co-opted as a hate symbol by alt-right groups. That's just taking things a little too far, if you ask me. Coinbase Coin Chief Legal Officer Paul Gruel apologized for a company newsletter on the meme coin frenzy, suggesting that the Pepe the Frog meme, on which Red Hot Pepe token is based, has been used in racist ways on the internet. We're sorry. We screwed up, and we are sorry. He tweeted late Thursday. Yesterday, we shared an overview of the Pepe meme coin to provide a fact-based picture of a trending topic, he continued. This did not provide the whole picture of the history of the meme, and we apologize to the community. I'm going to just say something that might get me banned from YouTube, but if I were to say everyone that drives a pickup truck is a redneck or a white supremacist, that would be racist of me, don't you think? For someone or group to claim that a meme coin that is bought and sold by every person, race, creed, or color is a white supremacist because they bought Pepe is a little out there, right? That's racist in my book. But hey, hopefully those comments won't get me banned from YouTube. I just had to say it, right? I think calling other people racist is racist in a way. There, I said it. Anyway, yeah, I'm not a big fan of meme coins anyway, but hey. Let's move on, right? Let's move on to the next story here. Bittrex files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy just weeks after SEC charges. I hadn't used Bittrex in a while. I used to use Bittrex way back in 2017. It was one of my go-to exchanges, that and BINANCE. I used both of them. But back in those heady days, you could open a cryptocurrency exchange with a username and a password. That's all you needed. All you needed was an email and a password. And you could log in to the exchange, and you could deposit crypto and trade. And then you could withdraw your crypto. My go-to on-ramp was, and still is in many ways, was Coinbase. And back in those days, Coinbase only had like 5 coins. Coinbase only had like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, and a couple others. And so if you wanted to buy the latest coin that was hot or whatever, it wasn't going to be listed on Coinbase anytime soon. Coinbase was very conservative about the coins that they would list on their site. And so I quickly learned that, hey, I can get, if I'm looking for a particular coin, like let's say Cardano, like back in those days, it was like, hey, Cardano. Well, Coinbase didn't have Cardano. So what you would do was you'd buy $100 worth or $500 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase, and then you would transfer that over to Binance or Bittrex, and then trade for Cardano, and then withdraw it to your own wallet, safe and secure. That was my, my workflow. So I used Bittrex quite a bit back in those days because Bittrex had some decent coins pretty early on. But they started cracking down and getting more strict, and they became a little too cumbersome for me to use. Like I had 2 different accounts. And then they discovered that, and they're like, "Oh, you can't use two different accounts." And like, okay, fine. And I mean, they got to the point where I still had the account, I just never really used it because it was just, they were kind of funky. But unfortunately, they lost customers because they were trying to comply and customers weren't having it. Right? That's kind of my take on it. And then they came into the crosshairs of the SEC a couple months back, and now they're declaring bankruptcy, which is a sad thing, right? Because it's a U.S.-based exchange, and they've been around for a while. At least I thought they were U.S.-based. It's got a bunch of creditors. Protection in the District of Delaware. Okay, I thought they were based in San Francisco area. In a May 8th filing, the United States Bankruptcy Court for the District of Delaware, Bittrex estimated it had more than 100,000 creditors, between 500 million and 1 billion in assets, and between 500 million and 1 billion in liabilities as part of bankruptcy proceedings. The bankruptcy covered its Seattle-based entity. Oh, it's from Seattle. Okay. Bittrex Inc., 2 Bittrex entities in Malta, and an affiliated entity, Desolation Holdings LLC. Bittrex Global, the Liechtenstein-based global entity for the exchange, was not included in the filing. In a statement to Cointelegraph, Bittrex Global CEO Oliver Lynch said Bittrex's bankruptcy proceedings drew a line under the U.S. wind down from a legal perspective, right? Some customers' funds remain safe and secure on the platform. By initiating a Chapter 11 proceedings, Bittrex US is able to hand those over to the court, and the court is then responsible for returning them to the customers. This is simply an exercise in Bittrex completing the wind down of its operations in the U.S., as previously announced, and using the legal process of Chapter 11 to tie up loose ends. Okay, so they had already announced they were shutting down their U.S. operations. So this is just like the modus operandi for doing that. But it's still sad, right? They were a decent exchange. I used them back in the day and remember them fondly, and sorry to see them go. Let's see. Binance in UK have stopped withdrawal to fiat now. Nightmare trying to get source of wealth verification now. That's too bad. Yeah, see, they're just, these countries, these governments are just making it so difficult and inconvenient to use cryptocurrency exchanges, right? Well, they can try to kill crypto, but I don't think they'll succeed. Now, the cryptocurrency exchange as we know it may evolve, may change, but Bitcoin will survive. I don't know about all the other coins out there, but they've got a pretty good shot too, as far as I'm concerned. Let's see. Next story. Binance adds support for Bitcoin NFTs. I feel like a dinosaur. I have not figured out how to... I looked into a little bit of creating my own Bitcoin NFT. It was a little bit wonky and complicated and didn't quite make it through to the end. But apparently you can buy and sell them if you know what you're doing. I'm wondering, who's doing all of this, but apparently there's thousands of people that have figured out how to create and trade Bitcoin NFTs on the Bitcoin blockchain. And now Binance is supporting Bitcoin NFTs. It's kind of an interesting situation. Pardon me. Bypassing the need to create a separate wallet for inscriptions, right? Leading cryptocurrency exchange Binance's non-fungible token marketplace said Tuesday it's planning to add support for ordinals or Bitcoin NFTs later in May though an exact date was not announced. Binance NFT, which already supports NFTs on Ethereum, Polygon, and its native BNB chain, plans to expand its offerings by allowing traders to purchase ordinals on the Bitcoin network. Collectors can soon buy and sell inscriptions or NFTs created on the Bitcoin network. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Now, a lot of these stories were provided to me during the week by Kenneth Wiedner, as you all see him in the chat window. Likes to be called Kenny, and I always appreciate the fact that he sends me stories so that I can sit down on Friday or Saturday, go through them all, and, compile a list of news that happened during the week. I think I had mentioned before that sometimes if a story drops on Monday and then I remember it or think about it on Saturday, it's kind of hard to find, because it's kind of been pushed down in the news feeds. So I appreciate Kenny sending me news articles. And this is one that he sent me too. Wealthy investors retreating from crypto, Goldman Sachs survey reveals. Right? And Kenny made the remark that he found this one hard to believe. But if you read the article carefully, you'll see that it's not as dire as the headline states. A survey recently conducted by banking giant Goldman Sachs marked a decline in enthusiasm for cryptocurrencies among wealthy family office investors was observed, an outcome attributed to the tumultuous volatility experienced in the crypto market over the past year. Well, first of all, if you take a survey and you get results, and then you draw conclusions from those results that aren't necessarily well, they may have asked them. They may have asked them in the survey why, who knows. According to the survey, 62% of family offices not already invested in cryptocurrencies expressed disinterest in doing so for the future. So these are people that don't have cryptocurrencies yet, and they're asking them, are you planning, right? This is a significant increase from 2021's figure, which was 39% of the people that did not already own cryptocurrencies that they asked said they weren't planning on it. Concurrently, the percentage of those contemplating future investments in cryptos plunged to 12 from 45%, as reported by the blog. Despite the cooling interest, the proportion of family offices that currently hold cryptocurrencies has grown since 2021 from 16% to 26%. The predominant reason cited for this was a belief in the power of blockchain technology. The survey polled responses from 166 family offices globally, 93% of which had a net worth of at least 500 million, and 72% with a net worth of 1 billion or more. Okay. The data collection took place in January and February of this year. In the previous survey conducted by Goldman Sachs in 2021, it was found that almost half of the family offices they dealt with were considering including cryptocurrencies in their investment portfolios. So wealthy investors retreating from crypto? Excuse me, but weren't they asking people that did not have any crypto at all whether they were planning on buying crypto? So it's kind of hard to retreat from something you haven't even entered yet, right? I think there's that saying that says there are lies, damn lies, and then there are statistics. And along with statistics, we can throw in headlines, right? Because headlines scream out some kind of narrative, right? And then when you read the story, you see that the headline is very deceptive. Sometimes the headline is just a clickbait or whatever, and other times, the headline is meant to push some kind of agenda, but when you actually read the story, it's not really what they were saying, right? It wasn't really in line with the what the headline was screaming about. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll take that one with a grain of salt, right? And thanks for that story, Kenny. Okay, so let's see. We got one more story here. Crypto exchange Binance trading volume fell almost 50% in April. So which is interesting because I'm not sure. We're in April, May. We've had a lot kind of a downside. This at the beginning of this month, it seemed that April was pretty positive overall. So trading volume speaks to a loss of interest overall, which kind of, harkens back to that earlier story. It does seem that overall people are kind of losing interest in crypto, right? But that's to be expected when there's not much excitement going on. Most people are, looking for something shiny. And, the vast majority of people, will move on to the next thing that's shinier, right? Whatever it's TikTok or, movies or whatever it is, they're going to move on to the next thing. But that's the statistic here. It remains the dominant centralized exchange in the industry, of course. Spot trading volume at Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency, dropped for a second straight month in April, falling 48% amid declining transaction levels across the industry. Volume dropped to 287 billion last month, the second lowest since 2021. The exchange's market share also fell for a second month of 46%. Binance isn't alone. Spot trading volume on centralized exchanges overall fell 40% to the lowest since December. The uncertainty surrounding macroeconomic conditions, such as looming recession threats, alongside the collapse of several U.S. banks, contributed to the declining volumes, CC Data said. Okay, well, they may have asked that in the when they surveyed these people. But yeah, I mean, you have to wonder, how exactly did they draw these conclusions? Did they just sort of make this stuff up? Or did they, did they get it from the surveys? Yeah, because I mean, if you're just looking at volume, this is an explanation, right? You got to look at every story that you see in the news with a critical eye, right? And just don't, buy it hook, line, and sinker. Especially, don't believe everything you see in a headline until you read the story. So I'm going to catch up on the chat window over here. I can see it. Coinbase does not offer Digibyte. Scott. Do you think Coinbase will leave the U.S.? That's a good question. I don't think they will anytime soon. I believe they will continue to have their U.S.-based exchange, but they are, we talked a week ago or the week before that they've set up some additional locations overseas that are doing things outside the purview of U.S. regulations, subsidiaries or whatever you want to call them. But I don't think they're going to move their base cryptocurrency exchange out of the U.S. I could be wrong. I don't think so, though. Coinbase has been doing a pretty good job of working with U.S. regulators. They are a publicly traded company, so they really can't be pushed around like Binance, right? Binance is kind of it's the biggest crypto exchange, but it's kind of hazy organization. It's pretty easy to find fault with the way they do business, whereas Coinbase is pretty, they follow all the regulations because they are a publicly traded company. So, but, if the government keeps squeezing these crypto exchanges, we might see more of them leaving, right? I don't know about Coinbase. I think this is all about power. They all fighting over power, but I say power for the people will make a better world. Thank you, Darren. I appreciate that. I agree. The idea of decentralized cryptocurrency is self-custody, self-empowerment, self-responsibility. It is an answer to or an alternative system to the centralized finance that we've tend to accept as being that there's no other way. It's like kind of like we're fish swimming in an ocean, and that ocean is the financial system, right? We're all brought up to believe that, you know, you put your money in a bank and, you know, that when you go to the bank and you ask for your money, they'll give it to you, right? All that kind of good stuff. We haven't experienced the kind of financial mayhem that they did in the Great Depression here in the U.S. I remember, you know, my great-grandmother was very conservative as far as money goes, and then she didn't trust banks, right? But, you know, these days, anybody that doesn't trust their money in a bank, well, it's kind of changing, right? Maybe 10 years ago, if someone said, oh, I don't trust banks, I keep my money in a mattress, you'd think he was a nut job. But these days, maybe not so much. You'll probably need to downgrade Ledger Live with a much older version. What's Fraser? I have BTC stuck in an old Ledger Blue wallet. Oh, Fraser. Yeah, I don't know that the Ledger Blue was discontinued several years back. There may not be any firmware updates for it, but you could easily use your backup phrase and restore to a new Ledger device. I mean, I know that's asking you to go out and buy another Ledger device, but depending on how much Bitcoin is stuck in there, I would consider that, right? Because it's never really stuck as long as you have your backup phrase. That backup phrase for the Ledger Blue is an industry standard backup phrase, just like the backup phrase for the Ledger Nano S, the Ledger Nano X, the Ledger Nano S Plus. They're all 24-word backup phrases. And all of these devices are interchangeable with any of these backup phrases. So when you created your backup phrase for your Ledger Blue and wrote it down, all you have to do is just go pull that out, get yourself a new device, and do a restore. And I've done quite a few videos on doing restores. By the way, I did want to point out that I have dropped a few videos this week. I dropped a video on ChatGTP 4.0 and how you can use it to improve your YouTube metrics. I thought that was kind of an interesting video. I've been using that. And then I did another on using Uphold and withdrawing your assets from Uphold. And then I did another one on the Ledger Nano free shipping deal going on right now with Ledger. But I have this video here, easily restore your Ledger. All you have to do is get yourself a new device, and then I'm just going to drop this in there for you. I'll give you a link to that video. Just get yourself a new device, and you'll be good to go. Let's see. I got COINBASE open. I got KuCoin open, and I've got Uphold open. And let's see. What were we going to talk about tonight? Managing crypto between Uphold and personal wallets. I was going to cover that. Let's see. Darren Garwell. People aren't thinking clearly. It's about new technology. Web 2 isn't good enough. It's time for Web 3 and the future of awesome technology. The entire world would become better, way better. Yeah, there's more to cryptocurrencies than just coins, right? In addition to all of the benefits that a decentralized currency has, the use of blockchain technology is also very innovative. There was a big thing about back in the 2017 and 18 and even 19 that banks and financial people were like, Bitcoin bad, blockchain good. You know, that was the narrative that was like, well, we like blockchain technology, but we don't like Bitcoin. We don't hear that argument as much, but Web3 is the internet implementation of blockchain technology that can allow you to connect to services and verify services, verify your wallet cryptographically with different types of services. And we'll see more and more of these. I'm going to look at a service tonight called Webacy, which is a way of putting alerts on your wallet, which is a really good example of Web3. So you've got a wallet and you're worried that, you know, something might happen. You can set up Wallet Watch so that if there's a weird transaction in your wallet, you'll get an alert either from phone or email, and then you can take the appropriate action. Rather than, oh, I was on vacation, I didn't know that my wallet was getting hacked. You'll have something to keep you updated what's going on with your wallet, even if you're not using the wallet at that moment, right? So we'll check into that. But yeah, Web3 holds a lot of promise for more than just crypto, right? All kinds of interactions above and beyond what we consider Web 2, which is basically websites and stuff like that. Let's see. I had my C3 in my MetaMask and decided to hide it, and now I can't find it anymore because the address has changed. What do I do? What is C3? And decided to hide it, and I can't find it anymore because the address has changed. Well, let me show you something here real quick. I'm not sure what you mean by C3, to be honest with you. C3. Okay, is this an ERC20 token? Never heard of this. Huh. Yeah, I don't know about this. What is this C3 you speak of? Whoops. Yeah, not too sure what this is about. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Ugh. Oh, that's a, is this the coin you're talking about? I'm not sure. So anyway, if, I need, all right, let's do BAT just for the hell of it. See if we can work this out. This is an ERC20 token. I've got the, this is the CoinGecko page of this coin, and I can copy it into my clipboard. And let's say, for example, that I'm over here in MetaMask, and I go over here and I say that I want to hide this coin, right? BAT, right? There's nothing. Oh, hang on just a second. I want to I want to use a wallet that actually has some BAT in it. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, let's go over here. Let's try this wallet. Okay. Let's try this wallet. I think there's some BAT. I know I have some BAT. Whoop, why is that 0? Doggone it, I thought I had some BAT in some one of these wallets. It's kind of weird. Okay. Well, that's weird. Okay. Come on, there's got to be some BAT in one of these wallets. Apparently not. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I think I've already hidden the BAT token, right? Even though I'm in a different account here. So if you've hidden a token and you can't find it, you should be able to just grab its contract address like this and then go back into your MetaMask wallet, scroll down to the bottom, and well, you can also do this refresh. It'll find the token there for you. Usually the latest version of MetaMask will, but we can choose import tokens, go to custom, paste in that contract address, and then choose add custom token. And oh, look, there's the BAT that we were looking for, right? But you said the address changed. I'm sure what you mean by that. The address. I am batless, yeah. So if you hide a coin and you know what the coin is, then all you have to do is go over to CoinGecko or wherever and find the contract address of the coin in question, and then just re-import it into MetaMask, right? Also, when you hide coins, MetaMask will like tell you, hey, I found a coin that's not here. And, you know, it'll just pull in a coin like this. Somebody had asked me about Gala a while back. I think we just did like a small test transfer way back. Maybe it was $50 at the time, right? Anyway, yeah. So if you've hidden a coin in MetaMask, it's not gone. You just hid it from the wallet, right? It's easy to get back. Yeah, I do. I have a lot of wallets, right? The problem for common people is how are you supposed to support blockchain technology without the coins of crypto? Yeah, it's a fair statement. It is really the attraction of making profitable investments that draws a lot of people to crypto. And so without the coins and without without the functionality of the coins, that's one thing, but without the investment opportunities of the coins is what most people look from the outside are looking at. But a lot of technology can be built in and utilized by people without them really knowing about it or understanding it, really. Yeah, I mean, where would blockchain be without cryptos? I totally get that. But you can use cryptography and blockchain technology implemented in a way that is useful to people, that even if they don't know what's going on under the hood, they'll still benefit from it or use it or want to use it, right? I don't know. But yeah, it's a fair statement. Where would crypto be without the coins? Scott Lee, interestingly, I just opened up my first Trezor and found I still got PLR and BAT. Woohoo! That's cool. TB is here. Hello. I'm doing good. Thank you. Barbara's watching out for coyotes. I remember we used to see those in... I don't think I ever saw a coyote, but they were around in, I lived in the San Fernando Valley, and on the, the outskirts of the valley, like up, in Woodland Hills or Chatsworth and up in those areas that were kind of pushed up against the mountains, they had problems with coyotes coming in and messing with people's pets, that kind of thing. When will I be able to find what I'm looking for among my many wallets? Yeah, it's hard. I mean, there are, I think Kenny mentioned earlier that he had an Excel file and that he used to keep track of his coins and his investments, and that he was having some trouble with his wallets and wanted to do some restores and whatnot. And after he had done the restores and reinitialized the accounts in Ledger Live, I guess, he was able to reconcile those with his Excel files. So, and I have a little app that I use to record all of my purchases so that I can kind of look at the, whether the investment is in a plus or a minus column, and it tells me how many shares. Oh, thank you. Mark Chin 73 just subscribed. You're enshrined down there in that little placard down in the lower right. I appreciate you jumping in and hitting that subscribe button. I always appreciate new subscribers. So thanks again for that. It's always good to get a little kudo, little alert there. I appreciate that. Yeah, as far as the latency goes, I don't know if you guys are like, what the heck is he talking about? That happened 10 seconds ago. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, so I now use Morales Money to find out what coins, tokens, and NFTs I have in any MetaMask wallet address. It's very useful and helpful. Yeah, the MetaMask also has the portfolio section, which you can click on over here, and it takes you to a website where you can see pretty much everything you've got in your MetaMask wallet that you may or may not have remembered you had, right? What I like about this is you can fine tune it, right? So you could say, oh, okay, I just want to know what's in this account on the Ethereum network, right? It'll tell you. There's that Pepe we bought. It's only worth $100 now. It was like close to 200 last week, whatever. But then you could say, okay, well, I want to know what's in this wallet on some other chains too, like BNB chain, right? So then you'll get an overview of, like, you may have forgotten some of these BNB coins that you purchased, right? I know I forget sometimes. And yeah, there's that Floki. I had bought some Floki, I guess, last week, just because the market was down a little bit, right? So the MetaMask portfolio is a great tool for kind of keeping track of coins that you forgot all about. We can click select all for all the networks, and then you can click select all for all the different accounts that you have in your MetaMask wallet. I have a lot. You may not have this many, but you know, for all of those wallets and all of those networks, I can just come up here and just kind of start scrolling down and go, oh yeah, that C98 coin. Yeah. So how's that looking? You know, I forgot I even had that coin. And you sort of can do the same thing in Ledger Live as well. Let's launch Ledger Live and just take a quick look at that. I'll go ahead and I've got my, well, I really don't need the device. Well, I will. Yeah. So, oh, Scott Lee just subscribed. Scott. Was that a unsubscribe, resubscribe, or all these years you've never subscribed to my channel? Oh, that's funny. Scott has been my best supporter over the years, right? Scott, like always, like from the very early days, was like he commented on every YouTube video I post. You had to have been subscribed to have known that I was posting videos. I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, let me turn this little camera on, see how we do on this. Yeah. So is this upside down? Yeah, it looks upside down. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I have my little device here. I'm gonna go ahead and enter my PIN. You can see my shirt here. It's not gonna hurt anything. I've repositioned my cameras. I'll talk about that in a sec. Let me get this PIN entered. So I talk while I'm doing this, I get confused. Okay, I think I'm okay. Am I okay? Yeah. All right, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, if you go into your Ledger Live, and I had somebody in my YouTube comments had said something about he had several instances of Ledger Live that were associated with one device, and something had happened during the update and got the Ledger Live kind of messed up. And I said to him, well, I know it can be frustrating if you like had all of these accounts compartmentalized in the sense that, okay, you know, he's got 5 kids, right? And Jeannie has a Bitcoin wallet, and Danny has a Bitcoin wallet, and Billy has a Bitcoin wallet, and Sally has a Bitcoin wallet, and they each have their own copy of Ledger Live. And then all the Ledger Lives get whacked out. Okay, yeah, I can understand that that would be tedious to get everything back the way it was. But the good news is that you can really never lose a wallet that you create on a Ledger device, right? It's always going to be there. So if, for example, you know, I had 5 different copies of Ledger Live and they all got whacked out and I needed to go back and redo them all separately or whatever. You know, we just go to the accounts page and we click add account, and then we you start with the Bitcoin, right? Start with Bitcoin, hit continue. It's going to tell you to go ahead and open the Bitcoin app. All right. Let me see if I can make this even smaller. Whoops. This is not going to go over well, but I'm going to try anyway. Okay. I do this, come in here, and then make it bigger. There we go. Just so it's, yeah, because it was in focus, it just wasn't like in full screen of it. Notice here that it is finding wallets that I created years ago that are now empty, right? But if you had, you know, Bobby's and Sally's and Jimmy and Jamie's wallets and whatever, and you did this, and it showed you every single Bitcoin wallet on your device, and let's say you were on Jimmy's computer installing Ledger Live, or in Jimmy's Windows account, or however, you know, you wanted to do it, you would find like, oh yeah, there's Jimmy's Bitcoin. Because I remember Jimmy had like 0.5 Bitcoin in his wallet, you know. So that would be a way to sort of locate the wallet that you want on Jimmy's computer, right? And then you could say, oh, okay, well, there's that wallet. And then you could deselect all of them. You know, like you would see everybody's wallet, right? Because he said they were all on one ledger. So, but then you would see everybody's wallet when he did the add account, but then he would just tick off the one wallet belonging to Jimmy on Jimmy's computer, right? And then when he was done with Jimmy's computer, he would go over to Sally's computer and do the same thing, except on Sally's computer, it wouldn't be that wallet. It might be a different wallet that belongs to her. But the point is that you can never lose wallets that you have installed using your Ledger device, even if if you created it in MetaMask and then you funded it through MetaMask, or if you had it connected to adalite.io and you had funded it that way. However, doesn't matter what kind of wallet, whether it's in Ledger Live or it's a third-party wallet, if you created a wallet using your Ledger device, the device will never forget that wallet, right? It's math, right? 1 never forgets 2. Math always remembers, right? Cryptography. So yeah, as you can see, I've had lots of different wallets on this device over the years, and they're all still there. I mean, they've got some of them are empty, some of them have dust, but they're always recoverable, retrievable. So I just wanted to point that out. I did respond to his comment and give him some advice, on that, but just thought I'd bring that topic up for people. One of the reasons that I replied to him was that when he laid out his issue, he says, I'm really nervous now trying to, what's going to happen, trying to get these Ledger Live reinstalled, right? They got corrupted, and he's, I'm going to try. I'm really nervous. And I said, well, the way he said nervous made me think like he thought he was going to lose the crypto that was in those Ledger Live accounts. And I was like, you don't have to worry about that because the wallets are still on the device. The device won't forget about the wallets. So anyway, thought I'd bring that up, and we wanted to do Uphold, right? So let's do a withdraw from Uphold to our Ethereum wallet, right? So let's wait a minute. Before we do that, let's take a look at something that Ledger Live is trying to tell us. What is Ledger Live trying to tell us? Anybody? Well, there's this little purple dot over here on the My Ledger section. That means Ledger Live is trying to tell us that we need to update something. Now, it could be the firmware, but it's more than likely an app update. So get your device connected, get it back to the home screen. You know, you can edit out, or you can exit out by just using the metal button, going over here to quit, and hitting both buttons, and you're back at the Ledger home screen, right? And then you can go into the My Ledger section here, and it's going to interface with the device. You'll authorize that, allow a secure connection with Ledger. Yes, click both buttons. Find out what it needs to update and get it done, right? Looks like it's just an app update, right? Says my firmware is up to date, version 2.1.0, and it's also got this little indication that my device is genuine. We talked last week, I think, about buying a Ledger device on at Best Buy or on Amazon or, God forbid, eBay, and there's really nothing to worry about. You know, before you put any crypto in that brand new wallet that you bought, you'll run this device, this genuine check. And once it passes the genuine check, you know you got a device that is genuine, right? It's a cryptographic handshake that occurs with your device and the Ledger server. So you never have to worry. People always think, oh, is it a hacked device? First of all, the Ledger has never been hacked. Second of all, even if it were hacked somehow so that, you know, the chip was replaced with some faux chip or whatever, it wouldn't work, right? It wouldn't work when you tried to connect it to Ledger Live. It would tell you that it's not a genuine device. So buy them at Best Buy, buy them wherever. Doesn't really matter as long as it passes the genuine check. Now, if you buy a device like a Ledger and it already has a seed phrase written down for you and a PIN already pre-done for you, that's a no-no. Don't do that, right? But even if someone tries to scam you like that, sending you a pre-configured device, if it's a genuine device, and usually it will be, right? Because the scammer wants his coins. So of course he's going to give you, you know, a genuine device so you can put crypto in there if you're dumb enough. I don't want to say that, but if you're naive enough to use a pre-configured wallet. Even if you get something like that, all you have to do is enter your PIN incorrectly 3 times, reset the device, and start over again, and the hacker has no access to this new configuration. That was a lot of babble, right? But let's go ahead and run this update. Oh, the Bitcoin app needs to be updated, right? So just click Update All. Right, you're going to see the screen there where it talks about that. Oh, and while this is happening, we got like a little lull in the action here. I wanted to kind of, whoops. I kind of wanted to show you my new setup. So before, I was using this camera over here. This is a Canon Rebel. This is the camera that I usually use at the beginning of the live stream when I'm talking to you guys, you know, and give a basic introduction. But, and then this is the brand new webcam. You'll see it's kind of wide and cool. That's the 4K 60 FPS. This is the old Elgato face cam that I was using before, does full HD. And this one down here is my Razer Pro that I did have up on this monitor, but I noticed that this little thing works great as a stand, and it's perfect for giving that tight shot of the Ledger device. Isn't that cool? All right, it's just sitting there on my desk. Whereas if you guys remember before, the Rebel was doing double duty. So the Rebel was my hello, welcome to the live stream camera. And then later on, I had to like move it closer and adjust the zoom and the focus and everything when I was showing you my ledger stuff. Well, now I don't have to do that anymore. I've got a separate camera that I just use for the ledger. Yeah, so that's cool. All right, so we got our device updated and everything's good. And then I wanted to do a quick transfer from Uphold, which can be a little bit confusing for people. So we'll go ahead and open up our Ethereum wallet. I have some Ethereum in Uphold that I want to put in my wallet, right? So if someone wants to mail you a check, what's the first question they will generally ask you? You know, hey, I really appreciate you mowing my lawn. I'll mail you a check, right? Or, you know, or whatever service you provided. Let me send you a check. Well, what's the first question they're going to ask you? Give me your address. What's your address? I need to know where to mail that check. So it's the same thing with crypto. The first question that you need to ask yourself if you want to send crypto somewhere is, what is the address? Right? So we want to send crypto to our Ethereum wallet. So we enter the wallet and we click the receive button. And it's going to generate a crypto address for us, an Ethereum address, right? I'll click continue here. Now it's best practice to do the hardware check. Hey, this guy moved this thing around now. Yeah, there we go. It's best practice to do the hardware check to verify the account and the device, right? We'll click both buttons to do that, right? Things can get messed up. Right? If you've got more than one device, you may have the wrong device attached, and then the hardware check would tell you right away, this device doesn't go with this account. Or maybe you accidentally reset your device. That happens a lot when things get whacked out or whatever. Maybe it hangs during the firmware update, or they accidentally enter the pin incorrectly 3 times and they go through that reset, but instead of doing a restore, they do a initialization. So now they have accounts from an old configuration and a device that's in a new configuration. So things can get messed up. So it's a good idea to do your hardware check when you do the receive, right? Emmanuel, thank you so much. Yeah, we got the cameras balling, I guess you could say, right? So we'll just go over here. Thank you, Emmanuel. I appreciate that. There's the address you can see on the device. There's the address we can see in Ledger Live. It's a match. Everything's good. Now we need to copy the address into our clipboard. I'm going to leave well, it's the way this works is a little weird, right? Because if I go over here and I click approve by clicking both buttons, that address is going to disappear. And I like to leave the address up in case I need to look at it. But I do not have to have the device connected for the transfer to occur successfully, right? Because we're not moving crypto from an exchange into the device, right? We're moving it to a blockchain wallet. The device is just keychain. All right, so let's go over to Uphold. You can see that I've got some Ethereum. The way they categorize your holdings is a little different than Coinbase. They call them cards. I don't know why. They used to have an older interface where they actually showed up. They looked like a bunch of different credit cards with different crypto logos on them. They don't have that interface. The new interface is different. I don't know if they have that at all anymore. I don't know. Yeah. But they still call them cards, right? This is kind of a weird name instead of just calling them accounts, which would make more sense to me. So from my from my Uphold account, right? So we start by clicking here. Oh, it's another thing. I'm going to turn that camera off. Another thing I don't particularly care for about Uphold. Whoops. Messed that up. What am I doing here? Okay. That's the one I don't want. Jeez. Why is this one up like this now? See, now I've really messed things up, haven't I? Okay. It's the razor. Yeah, the razor. That's the one. Still getting the hang of the new setup. Uphold will automatically log you out after a certain amount of inactivity, and I think it's 5 minutes. Could be 10 minutes, maybe 15, but it seems like it's short as far as I'm concerned. My thing is, if I'm sitting in front of my computer and I've got all my windows open, I don't really expect to get logged out of my crypto exchange without me saying, hey, I'm done, right? I could stay like this with Coinbase all night. KuCoin, same. It'll stay open until tomorrow. The Uphold has built-in thing where they log you out after a certain amount of inactivity, which I find pretty irritating. I have to keep logging back in. And not only that, but I poked around in their settings for several minutes and could not find any way to adjust that timeout. It's built in, baked in, you can't change it. So that's Uphold. All right, so from, right, we click here. First thing it's going to show you is the accounts or cards that have balance. This is my accounts. Yeah, it's kind of weird. See, they have this other thing called Brave Payments, which is kind of an incoming account for payments from Brave International, which is the kind of the earnings that I receive from BAT, people that tip me in BAT in the Brave browser. So they don't call that a card, but they call this one a card. So we choose this one because we wanted to send out some Ethereum. Well, let's go ahead and max it out. What the heck? And where do we send it to? We need to send it to my Ethereum wallet in Ledger Live. So we'll click here and we get all of this confusing information here. Where do I want to send it? Well, I don't want to send it to a different account within Uphold because that would pretty much just be a swap, right? If I did that, I'm basically swapping Ethereum for Bitcoin in Uphold. That's not what I want to do, right? I don't want to send it to my bank. I guess that would work. That's kind of weird. And this is the same thing, right? See, if it shows me Bitcoin, it's still gonna only swap it to my Bitcoin card in my account, and then I'm just swapping Ethereum for Bitcoin within Uphold. Don't want to do that either. I could do Ether, but that's just swapping one Ether for another Ether within my account. I mean, I don't know if that's even going to work at all. That's kind of weird. Let me see what it does here. Yeah, see? It's just swapping Ether from one account to another. So it's just wacky the way that it works. What you really need to do is you need to put in the crypto, and that narrows down your results slightly. What you want is crypto networks, because this is an outside network. So when we click Ether network, thank you, Joseph. Can you think of any reason why Coinbase has restricted me transferring my BTC to Ledger, but every other option still available? Oh, you know what? You sent me an email. I think I'm pretty sure I forgot to reply to you, and I really apologize because you're a good guy, and I always reply to you, but sometimes the emails fall through the cracks. I was going to reply to you. I apologize. I've never heard of Bitcoin restricting withdrawals and still, I think in your email you said that they told you that you could just sell your Bitcoin to cash and withdraw to your bank, which seems really odd. Although I do know that they do base their policies on the behavior of the account, right? And that would be you, unless someone else is using your account or whatever. But they base their policies on the behavior of the account. So I don't know if what you do with buying Bitcoin and then withdrawing it to your wallet is a normal workflow for you, or that if it's very rare that you do it and then they thought something weird was going on. But it's usually some kind of fraud flag, and I don't mean to imply that you have done anything wrong, but they do have a lot of very strict account controls set up and watches, so that, I mean, it's their exchange, right? So basically you're just kind of there on borrowed time, but you're basically playing by their rules when you're on their exchange. So at some point, something that happened in your account through some kind of flag, and this is just me speculating, I could be completely wrong, but it's something that happened through a flag, some kind of fraud flag or money laundering flag or just hacking flag. Something didn't seem quite right. Maybe somebody was trying to hack into your account and tried, from a different IP or whatever, and they couldn't get in, but then things got weird, and I don't know what happened. But my assumption is that some kind of flag got thrown. And these are like automated, right? So the guy sitting in the support chair at Coinbase has no control over that kind of stuff. If a flag like that gets thrown, which has to do with, they got to follow all these federal regulations and state regulations and all this stuff. So if a flag gets thrown, the guy sitting in the support chair is not going to be able to just flip a switch and go, oh, okay, yeah, you're fine because we talked to you. He's cool. No, you're going to have to jump through all kinds of hoops to get this handled. I'm surprised that they didn't give you some redress and say, if you do this, or if you email this person, or if you go to this page and you submit this thing or whatever, we can get this restriction lifted. Sounds weird that they're just telling you that it's restricted. They won't tell you why, and they won't tell you how to fix it. That is strange. And I'm sorry that it happened to you. Over the years, I've used Coinbase quite a bit, and my normal workflow is to make a purchase and make a withdrawal back to my wallet. It's pretty standard. I've never really had any problems with Coinbase, but I haven't spent a whole bunch of money with Coinbase. I haven't dumped in $5,000 from my bank to make purchases and then immediately try to withdraw it. I'm usually dumping in 100 or 200. Maybe 500, whatever. I do occasionally throw crypto in there that's pretty high. I've thrown in $5,000 worth of Bitcoin and sold it to cash and withdrew to my bank, and they've never batted an eye. But I've been a customer of theirs for many years, so that counts for something, right? Like I said, they have all of these flags and criteria that they go by. How old is the account? How often do they use the account? What do they normally do when they're in the account? So there's all of these metrics that they use to evaluate what's going on in somebody's Coinbase account, right? You don't know. But it's weird that the way you made it sound was that you called them, you talked to them, and they were like, well, we can't do anything about the restriction on your Bitcoin withdrawal. the only thing you can do is sell your Bitcoin for cash and withdraw to your bank. Seems odd. I'm assuming that it also means you can't withdraw anything else. Like you couldn't sell it for Ethereum and withdraw, or sell it for, you know, Litecoin and withdraw, or Shiba Inu and withdraw. I don't know. Sounds weird. Yeah, but nothing I've ever encountered before. And I mean, I'm a nice guy and everything, but I don't think that my word is going to count for much with Coinbase, right? It's not like a technical issue I could help you with. It has to do with, it's kind of between you and Coinbase. But like I said, I've never heard of it. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this preview withdrawal. And now this is where they want my wallet address. So this is the way you withdraw from Uphold to an external wallet, right? You have to use crypto networks, right? I don't know why they make it so complicated. Seems weird. Let's hit confirm here. They're gonna the Ethereum fees are down a bit. They were ridiculous a couple of days ago. I don't know what the deal was, but this is pretty decent for $55. I'm okay with that. It's not great, but I can deal with it. All right, now I need my two-factor from Uphold. I'm going to let this cycle out. We'll hit continue here, and it should be on its way. I have a cooling off period. Now, Joseph, I don't know if there's a cooling off period that you're dealing with. Depending on the situation, I have seen this before with my Coinbase. For example, I have, let's say I have $1,000 worth of Bitcoin in my account, and then I buy $50 more of Bitcoin from my bank. And they give me the 3 to 5 business day holding period on that $50 purchase. If I try to withdraw the entire amount of Bitcoin, which would be $1,050 worth of Bitcoin, they'll tell me, you can't do it because you have to wait 3 to 5 business days. If I withdraw $1,000 worth of Bitcoin that was already in there, had been in there for a while, and leave that $50 worth of Bitcoin in there, they're fine with that, right? If I make a trade to a different crypto like ADA or something like that, and then I try to withdraw all of the ADA, they'll go, you can't do that. But as long as I leave $50 worth of ADA in there for 3 to 5 business days, I can withdraw whatever else I want, right? So I don't know if something like that happened to you, Joseph, or not. If you made a recent purchase and you're just trying to withdraw more than they'll allow, I think you can. Now, I've never had, well, actually this happened to me before. And you'll notice it's 24 hours because I did a video like on Monday or Tuesday where I purchased $50 worth of Bitcoin. And now they're holding up my Ethereum withdrawal because I need to leave at least $50 worth of anything in the account until that cooling off period. All right. So each cryptocurrency now I think Uphold is very consistent the way that it does that cooling off period. I know that Coinbase can be treats different accounts differently. So and they have all these metrics that they use, but sometimes I can make a purchase on Coinbase and immediately make my withdrawal. Other times I can't. I've had that problem before where they were like, you have to wait 3 to 5 business days. And I was like, why? You let me withdraw immediately before, and now all of a sudden you're making me wait. So we'll see, right? But because now I could withdraw probably $6 worth of Ethereum if I want to. Yeah, it's messed up. Yeah, but there's like, I still have to wait another 24 hours before I can make my withdrawal. So yeah, you have to be aware of all that stuff. Oh, wow, somebody's posting porn. I'm honored. Oh, I can't do it from there. Okay, I got. Oh man, you know you're doing good when the spammers want to come in and mess around. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just hide you from the channel. It's too bad. Total eclipse of the heart. Let's see. Ultimately, you figured out your own question, LOL. Yeah. I like to use the Brave browser because it's my go-to browser because it has it blocks ads and trackers by default. Now, the reason that I get paid in BAT is because it's not just the end user BAT that I'm getting in Uphold. It has to do with that certain people can choose to donate their BAT to me as one of their people in the list, right? So if you go into BAT, and I haven't done this in so long, let me see if I can find, so that's not what I'm looking for. And now they've changed it, of course. Let's see here, poopity poo. Huh, well now I may not be able to find it anymore. Brave Rewards is open rewards panel to enable and get started. Well, that's bizarre. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to do this because I don't know what's going to pop up. It could be my seed phrase or whatever. But you can choose to, yeah. Okay. I don't know why it's acting like that. Let me see if I can. Yeah, whatever. Oh my God. Yeah, it's acting like I've never used Brave Rewards before, and I've been using this forever. Okay. Okay, that's kind of weird. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it was because I reinstalled it on a new machine or whatever. And so just connect your custodial account to your rewards profile. I think what they want is Uphold, right? So I'll go ahead and connect and see if I can do this. Okay, yeah, Uphold. Yeah. And I'm already signed into Uphold, so it should work, hopefully. Okay, right. All right. Yeah, I guess I had, like, that was disabled because I had reinstalled this on a new machine, so that's why. But yeah, you can earn a little bit of BAT and every month just by using Brave, and it'll go into your Uphold account for you automatically. But this thing here, this auto contribute, I don't have anything in here at the moment. I feel bad, but someone could add CryptoDad in here. And since I have my Brave Rewards enabled on my YouTube channel, it's been years since I've done this, but when someone gives me attention, right? Basic attention token, right? When someone gives me their eyeballs on my YouTube channel and they're using the Brave browser, I earn Brave tokens from that. Right? So anybody that's using the Brave browser that has me listed in auto contribute, I will earn BAT tokens from that. And that's kind of the whole key behind the way BAT token works. It means attention, right? So if someone is putting their eyeballs on my site, either a website or a YouTube channel or a Twitch channel or whatever, I don't know what the other ones they have, then that person, that creator or influencer or whatever, I think they call them creators, will earn BAT through that. And that's why I have these accounts, right? So I get Brave payments. I get the Brave browser is the Brave tokens that I earn just by using the browser. Oh, there, the YouTube Brave rewards, right? And Twitter. Oh, I have Twitter set up too. Right. I don't really earn that much from them like I did before, but I still earn a trickle. When they first came out, they were like very generous with the money there. I was getting a lot of BAT in the early days, but then they like pulled back a bit. But anyway, that's what's cool about Basic Attention Token. Is Uphold like MetaMask? MetaMask is a self-custody wallet, right? Uphold claims to be a wallet, but it's more of an exchange than a wallet, right? It's kind of a weird hybrid, but at its core, it is a centralized exchange, even though it sort of acts like a wallet. Yeah, it's centralized exchange. Let's see, what else were we going to do tonight? I've just been kind of stuck a little bit. Trying out some new wallets. Oh, I did want to go through Webacy. Webacy, let's go to their website. I have these windows open here. Webacy is a cool W3 or Web3 company that has some cool products that you can try out. And I was going to go ahead and go through some of the steps tonight so that you guys can check it out. The free service is Wallet Watch. And as I mentioned earlier, it is a way to connect your wallet to their service kind of on the back end so that when something happens in the wallet, you'll get a notification, right? So if God forbid you get scammed into revealing your backup phrase and you really don't realize it for whatever reason, like you've got some malware and you enter your backup phrase and someone figures out your private key somehow and starts trying to empty your wallet, that'll be a transaction in the wallet which you'll be alerted to. And so if you're you're just hanging out in the backyard on a barbecue and you get like an email saying transaction just occurred in your wallet, you can go, hey, that wasn't me, and then you can run back in and take action, right? They even have a panic button that you can set up so that if something like that does happen, you can click that panic button. It'll transfer all of your assets into your backup wallet, right? And all of this is under your custody, right? They're just providing kind of the guts, the gear in the background for you to do this. Now, some of these are paid services. So basically what we want to do is to log in, we connect to your wallet, right? So we'll just click here and we want to connect wallet. So we want to make sure that we've got our MetaMask open, and I want to be in the standalone wallet just for the heck of it. This is a wallet I was working with earlier. So they have the address. And I believe you can add more than one wallet to this if you want. Yeah. Okay. So we'll click Connect Wallet. MetaMask should come up. This is the signature that determines that I own the wallet, right? I'm not giving them control of the wallet in any way or form, right? Now I could put in my email address. Right? Let's see. I think I got this thing over here. Where is it? Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Yeah, I got this. This is an alternate email that I use sometimes. Don't use it very much. Yeah, they had sent this to me earlier, but all right, so this is the email. And now they might say I'm already in their system, but whatever. Let's try it again, right? We'll go ahead and paste in that email. I didn't confirm it, Les. Well, thank you, Asil. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead. Now, I could also put my phone number in here. I'm not going to do that. Got enough stuff coming in text-wise. We'll hit notify through email. And yeah, now they should send me another code. Yeah, here it is. All right, so I'll just verify the code. Paste that in there. Verify that. All right, now I have I have real-time notifications anytime something happens in the wallet, which if I'm doing something is not a big deal, right? And I use this kind of secondary mail that I don't use that much, but I can set it up on my phone so that I get alerts when mail comes in to that. Right. So it's just kind of a way for me to monitor the wallet. And, you know, if you really want to monitor, you know, real-time monitor, you could put in your phone number there, which would be a little more in your face, right? It's like, ooh, want to set up more wallets, change your notification or protect your assets, access our main app, right? So we'll click this and see where they take me over. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I could add additional wallets if I wanted to. The only thing is this figure here is incorrect. I wish I had 97K worth of assets in here, but that's incorrect. So, you know, nothing's perfect. I think it's miscalculating the value of my Pepe, which I can totally understand because Pepe is, you know, the amounts of Pepe are so large, right? I've got like 56 million Pepe in there. So, I mean, if they're just off by a fraction, it's like a near miss in space, right? What was that? I think that was from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. They go, it's a near miss. And they go, how long is that? It's like, it's like 50,000 miles. That's a near miss in space. Yeah. Okay. Let me see what Joseph is talking about. Oh, Joseph. Oh, yeah, he's talking about this. I purchased more Bitcoin without any issues. I cannot send anything till 27th of June. Oh, okay. Now, I would think that you could send some of your Bitcoin, just not all of it, right? The Bitcoin that you already had that has already been bought and paid for and past the 5-day waiting period, you should be able to withdraw that. And anything on top of that that you bought on the 27th, well, 27th of June. Oh, till the 27th of June. June? Wow, that's weird. Okay. Yeah. This falls out of the norm. This falls out of the norm. Anyway, so we can sort of monitor things here. And then we can add more wallets if we want to. All right, we can add the phone number there if we want to. So it's all pretty cool stuff that you can do with Webacy. Also in the Security Hub, yeah. So here is this cool backup and panic thing where, see, they're telling me my Pepe is worth like 100 grand. That's incorrect. But that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not a portfolio manager, right? It's more, you know, a manager. So I could set up a new wallet, a different wallet that will connect to my panic button. So I could set up my backup wallet as being maybe on my ledger if I wanted to, or maybe like a cold paper wallet, or another MetaMask in a different browser, on a different computer, or whatever, right? But just a different wallet so that if I notice some weird activity in this wallet, and I haven't done this yet, I could click that panic button and it would automatically transfer the assets, all of the assets from that wallet that is under attack or whatever to the backup wallet. Now, you configure everything ahead of time. So you can say just the Ethereum or just these tokens or whatever. I mean, it would make sense to put everything in there. But once you have added all of the assets that you want to be transferred using the panic button, then if the wallet is under attack from somewhere, somehow, you can easily click that panic button and transfer all the assets within, within seconds, as opposed to, okay, I've got like look at my MetaMask wallet. Like, okay, I've got like 7 different tokens in here, and if my wallet is under attack, I'm going to have to start moving these one at a time, right? Because I can only transfer one at a time. I can't just transfer 5 different tokens in one fell swoop. But if I set up this if I set up this panic button, I can, right? And then they also have this crypto will, where you can set it up so that if there's no activity in your wallet over a set period of time, say 5 years, 10 years, or whatever, then it will automatically be transferred to a different wallet. That the assumption here is that it would be one of your loved ones' wallets, right? Automatically, if something weird were to happen to you and you haven't provided them the information, or they don't understand how to do it, or, for whatever reason, they can't get into your computer, whatever, you've got this thing set up in advance so that you'll make sure that the assets that you are controlling in this wallet will go to somebody that you care about, that you want to get those assets, or they're just not going to like end up in your dead wallet, right? Your dead person get a dead wallet, right? So pretty cool Web3 back services, right? Let's see this backup panic. Yeah, so yeah, you can set that up here. And it is charged. It is, it's a service. So you've got the basic, which is that wallet watch, which I set up, which is totally free, right? So the wallet watch is totally free. $100 a year for the panic. So the wallet watch, backup wallet, panic button, and crypto will. So that's not bad. That's like, what is that? Like less than $10 a month. It's not bad at all for peace of mind, that kind of stuff. So I think Webacy is pretty cool. I talked to them, their CEO, really smart girl. Knows a lot and has a great team working for her, and I told them that I would do a standalone video. They've just released like a new product. I forget where it's not showing up here. Oh, there's the team. Pretty cool. Right, there's Micah. Had a little chat with her. And I also spoke with Jacobo through email. He's the one that got me hooked up with them. But I know that they just released like 3.0. So a lot of good activity going on, right? Pretty cool service you might want to check into. And like I said, it's all self-custody, right? You're not giving them any access to any of your stuff. They're just providing these tools for you that you can use to set up. Now, yeah, so pretty cool. I like this little service. I'm also working with another company that has to do with SIM swaps. I don't really have time to get into the SIM swap thing, but I believe the company is Ifani. Yeah. And they're basically a mobile service that will port all of your mobile accounts to their service, and it totally locks down your SIMs and your accounts. Because I thought that in order for someone to do a SIM swap on my phone, that the hacker or scammer had to call up my company and trick them into thinking it was me. Now, I know they're good at that, but I have like a PIN on my account, so I figured, hey, I'm safe, right? But as it turns out, it goes much deeper than that. A lot of these people that work at these phone carriers are susceptible to being bribed, and this is happening more and more. And in addition to that, a lot of these gangs that are specializing in SIM swaps are getting their gang members hired to work for phone carriers. So these gangs have inside people at these phone carriers. So we've got corrupt employees that can be bribed, or outright just criminals that manage to get hired at these companies that will take over your SIMs. And what does this mean? Well, when someone takes over your phone, they get your phone number transferred to their device. You no longer are receiving phone calls or texts. So what do? They look at all of the information that they've got by having access to your phone records. They look at all of the email that's coming in on your phone, and then they run and start resetting your passwords, locking you out of your accounts, buying a bunch of crypto. The two-factor comes to the phone as well. Another thing that I didn't know is that if I have set up Google Authenticator on, like, say, COINBASE, but not taken the text off, if they don't have the authenticator, it will ask them if they want to do it using the SIM. It falls back to the SMS message two-factor. So even if you've got Google Authenticator set up, they can still scam you out of all of your accounts and your so they drain your crypto accounts, they transfer your crypto, they buy more crypto using your bank connections, because once they access Coinbase, they have access to all of the tools within Coinbase. They drain your bank accounts to buy crypto, and then they transfer the crypto to their wallets, right? And then they can even go after you conventionally too, by directly trying to get into your bank accounts and your phone accounts, and just all kinds of mayhem they can cause. So this company specializes in porting over your number and locking it down. So I'll talk more about them maybe in the coming weeks. Good stuff. Let's see, what else we got on the agenda? Let me see what I can do. Oh, yeah, I can scroll down here a little bit. Things are getting difficult in the UK. Binance has lost their banking facilities, therefore cannot use them anymore. Maybe I should move to a different country. LO. No, you don't need to leave your homeland because the regulations are getting tough. Hopefully this too shall pass, right? Canadians have lost access to Binance. Yeah, we heard that. That's in the news earlier. I can't figure out if my biometric wallet has picked up my crypto coins. It looks like it's still in the phone wallet. How will I know if it's own my hard? I can't figure out if... Okay, Cross, Billy, I'm not too sure about what you're asking there, but I'll wait and see if you've got a little follow-up. So let's see. I showed you Webacy. We were going to play around with some new wallets. I haven't done Core Wallet. Now, one of the reasons I'm not that crazy about the Core Wallet is that if I set up Core Wallet in my browser, Core Mobile. Core Extension. All right, so we've got what does this Connect Wallet do? Okay. I don't think I have the extension here. unless I forgot. I thought that I had taken it out. Right, so you would need the extension first, right? So this is the core extension. Now the cool thing about this core wallet is that it supports Bitcoin, which is kind of unique because MetaMask does not support. All right, okay. So if I were to create a new wallet, it would be like a standalone wallet on my computer where the can Webacy transfer assets from a Ledger wallet to another Ledger wallet? You know, that's a good question. I would assume that if you activate the, you know, if it's set up in a smart contract, that it would be able to, but I don't know for sure. They might just only, it might just only work with standalone MetaMask wallets that don't have hardware support, but I could be wrong about that. I'll have to, I'll definitely ask them about that. But my assumption would be yes, that you can do that when you set up the backup. Generally, when you set up the backup, you're just basically putting in an address of an alternate wallet. But I think at some point when you actually activate the panic button, you've approved a smart contract that will allow you to make the transfer without the hardware authorization. But like I said, I don't know for sure, so I'll have to find out for sure about that. Yeah, good question. So I don't want to create a brand new wallet and expose my seed phrase to you guys. So I will do this with Ledger. You can also do this with Keystone hardware wallets, which I think is pretty cool. That's kind of how I found out about Core. I think I did a demo of this in a video a few weeks back. But let's just say I'm going to connect to my Ledger. Let's see. Yeah, I'll use that account. Connect derivation path. Let me see. It doesn't say. Oh, I need to. I never did approve that transfer, right? Let's see what it says here. Whoops, again. Come on, Rex. All right. I'm in the, whoops. I'm in the, trying to get it in focus. There we go. That's a little frustrating. Come on, Rex. Okay, there it goes. That's okay. That's quit. I thought I was in the, oh, I was in the Bitcoin app. No wonder. It probably wants me to be in the Ethereum app. Let's find out. Let's see. What is it? Bitcoin. Let's. Okay. Let's click here. Click connect. Oops. Okay. Let's try again. Ledger. It's not cooperating with me. Oh, okay. Okay. Come on, Rex. Okay. It's kind of weird. I'd done this before. It worked the first time I tried. Always works at home. Let's see. All right, let me start over and see if that'll work. Okay, let's try again. See if that works. Still not. Okay. And to connect the Ledger, enter your PIN, and sure you install the Avalanche app. Okay, Avalanche. No wonder. That's kind of weird. Why would it be the Avalanche app? Am I on the Avalanche network here? That's kind of weird. Okay. Okay, there's the Avalanche app. All right, let's try again. That was weird. Why would it be the Avalanche app? That just doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, still not giving me any love. Oh, wait, there it is. Why is it using the Avalanche app? I do not know. Okay. 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 Okay, let's create a password. Oops. Of course they don't match. I'm not done yet. Okay. Wallet created. Pin the core extension. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, and then I have to like open it up here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so there's some, okay. That's kind of weird. Well, there's no Bitcoin in there, is there? Wonder if it would see Bitcoin if there was some in there in this particular wallet, because basically it's looking at this wallet here. Boop, this one. The one that has 478BD at the end of it, right? So yeah, I don't know what Bitcoin wallet it would see, right? Because if there is no Avalanche support in Ledger Live, but there is an Avalanche wallet with that address at the end of it. Yeah. Anyway, I kind of jumped into that haphazardly, didn't I? I should do a full standalone video on Core, because not only does it have like the extension, but it also has like a desktop-based wallet, I guess, something. Yeah, whatever. I haven't got time. Ran out of time, guys. So anyway, hopefully I have not muted the mic tonight, and I won't. I think a week or two ago I accidentally muted the mic. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. So I'll say goodnight, everybody. Thanks for being here. Oh, I think I got this thing done here. Did I get this one done? Yeah, I did. You can sort of see my pot belly, and I don't think I have the green screen over far enough, but don't forget, we do this every week. Join me again, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions, and I'll do my best to get them answered. I hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon. And throw out a thank you to all the new subscribers and the donators that were in here, and of course, all of you who came in and hung out with me tonight. I appreciate it as always. I hope to see you again next